Hey, what it do, y'all? This your boy once again, West Adams, and we are here in New Orleans, the Big Easy, the NO. And since we are here, well, let me first start off like this. It's Mardi Gras season, y'all. For those who don't know what Mardi Gras means, Mardi Gras is French for Fat Tuesday. But since Mardi Gras falls on Black History Month, which is February, as we speak, I decided to come to a special place that a lot of people don't see too much. We are here at Congo Square, which is a known black area that's part of New Orleans history. Congo Square goes all the way back to the 1700s, where back then, Louisiana law allowed black slaves to have only one day off from service. So, this is where enslaved Africans of both Congo and I believe West African descent came to practice and do their culture. And me being black or any black people, you do feel a good spiritual sense being here. This is where African drumming, dances, even the practice of black religions like voodoo and hoodoo was done here. Now to the outside looking in, people was probably thinking, oh, there goes a bunch of black people or quote unquote Negroes gathering partying, but this was not a place to party. This is where we felt free only on one day. This is where we practiced our religion, spoke our native tongues freely, where we gathered, danced, and everything else. Right where I'm at right now. This whole area was filled up with 500 to 800 black people doing everything. And I'm not gonna lie, many people have said when they enter here, even at night or pass by here at night, that they hear drums and there's nobody here. And that's what I experienced when I first walked up here. When I first walked up here, I started hearing drums and ain't nobody playing drums right now. So me being spiritual, that must be the ancestors letting me know, hey, he's supposed to be here. Like, welcome home. You know, this whole area right here where we're sitting at is also connected to Louis Armstrong Park, which is right over there, which we will be walking through. So this is not only a place how can I say? So, since it's on Black History Month, I will be supporting all black businesses from the restaurants to everything here in New Orleans, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying, this place is a very spiritual and deep black culture area. Excuse me, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me for like not talking. It's that, you know, I'm just feeling the vibe right now. You know, I just got here yesterday. So I'm pretty much overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling the ancestors around me. So what we're gonna do is go over here to this old oak tree called the Ancestral tree. So y'all hold on. It's an old oak tree known as the Ancestral tree that was here during the time. One thing about trees are basically immortal. They've been here since the beginning of the time and will still be here. So best believe these trees around here, especially this one, has seen it all. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine yourself being back here, you know what I'm saying? Seeing everybody dancing and drumming, playing drums, speaking in a native tongue, you know what I'm saying? Right here in the center. Now, from what I was told, they used to have African drumming on Sundays, or I believe they stopped, which is something that's special to me because in Los Angeles, where I'm from, in Leimert Park, which is heavily surrounded by black businesses and black neighborhoods, African drumming is every Sunday. But as you can see right here on this tree, And there's offerings been made, all types of trinkets, pins all through it. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel spiritually overwhelmed being here. So what I'm gonna do is, which everybody else been doing that comes here, you know, I'm gonna put my hand on this tree. Man, I swear, I'm not being hysterical or anything, but when I touch this tree, I can feel the spiritual energy of the ancestors here. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm about to leave an offering, a bag of coins to give respect. You know, when you're in the spiritual area, you always gotta give your respect. You know what I'm saying? Because these were people who was here, you know what I'm saying, before you, and paved the way for us, no matter where we were. You know what I'm saying? This was a place where we felt free, where we got true freedom from. As you can see, you see pennies and coins enlarged, embedded into the barks, feathers and everything else. Some people say when they're by this tree, they start crying. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting emotional being here. See? Oh, look. Somebody left the, I don't know what it is. I'm not pulling it out. That's bad luck right there. You don't steal from nobody. Somebody put a bill in this tree. I don't know how much it is, and I'm not pulling it out. Do not take no offers from nowhere, because you will regret it. Best believe. It's gonna come back to you full-fledged. But what I'm gonna do is, excuse me, y'all. I'm gonna get this bag of coins right here to the ancestors and to this tree. So we're gonna put it, where I'm gonna put it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do this first, you know what I'm saying? I had to pay my respects. And we're gonna keep doing that. But yeah, you know, we in New Orleans, it's Black History Month, and it's Mardi Gras season, you know what I'm saying? And since we doing now, I'm finna be here a whole week, so there's gonna be a whole week of everything, you know what I'm saying? I got a treat for y'all, you know what I'm saying? For those who have seen and unseen it. This is not only a trip, this is a pilgrimage. So that's what I'm finna do. I'm finna bury it. Alright, hold on, y'all. Bury my coins. Real good. There we go. For the ancestors. Right there. That's what we gonna do. Alright, y'all. But yeah, like I said, this was not, you know, this is where our ancestors came and where they felt free only for one day and practiced everything, you know what I'm saying? From hoodoo to voodoo. Those are our main religions, you know what I'm saying? This is where we felt free. You know, there probably was some people that was sitting down, talking in their native tongue about plotting to do something to the slave masters, you know what I'm saying? But now it's an open park, but this has some great Black history embedded here. You know, I see this black man right here is taking a picture in the center of it. So black people still gather here. One thing about black people, we always gather, where there's a gas station, a corner on the street. Let's say the bon temps roulette. In case y'all don't know what that means let the good times roll in Creole French. Let's say the bon temps roulette. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna walk over here to where I was before. It says right here, Congo Square. It gives like the brief history. I'm gonna let y'all read that. It says right here, over 500 to 600 people gathered here. Among the most famous dances were the Bambula, the Kalinda, and the Congo. These African cultural expressions gradually developed into Mardi Gras Indian traditions. The second line, and eventually New Orleans jazz and rhythm and blues. So this was the seed to what today's music is now. It gave birth to jazz and blues, you know what I'm saying? Everything transitioned. So we're gonna walk around real quick. I really do feel like I'm home here. Like I said, if you come here, you know what I'm saying, you feel spiritually charged up. You feel like you're at home. And mystical things have happened here that I've heard, where people will walk by here at night and hear people drumming and hear drums, and there's nobody there. You know, really enjoy it here. So peaceful.
The silver spears. After the Haitian Revolution, the free people of color moved into Treme. They brought 100 years of French Creole opera. We have the franchise of opera. And then Buddy Bolden Blues is a spin-off from the opera.
As
Louis
you see,
Armstrong Jazz is a spin-off.
the statue is a representation of all the black people that came here to gather and dance. As you see, there's a sister in the middle of it that's dancing with another man who might be her husband.
The base building was green ironwork. 1944, 1950, Cosmo Matassa did J&M Studio. Have you ever heard this song?
Yeah, brother right here.
My thrill, on blue, wop, bop, blue, bop, bang, bang, boom. Goodness gracious. Fat Domino, Little Richard, Jerry Lewis.
This brother right here giving history.
Across the street. That's where all your rock and roll music took place. Y'all enjoy yourself. Would y'all like to make a little donation? Next time you come, we're working on doing a QR code here where people be able to point at these signs and they ought to be able to bring a part of Congo Square with them. Hold the press. AI is allowing me to take a picture, do a video. I just need to get an LED screen, or I need to get a hologram machine.
We'll get his brother a donation. He's dropping gems.
The next time you come, 286 years of technology is about to meet.
For you, black man. It's Black history. You gotta do what we gotta do.
Oh yeah, this is lick here, man. Y'all music and models. You're literally walking where all the music started. This is where it started.
Yeah, I was just saying that. I just made a donation to the Ancestral tree right there.
Anytime you hear blues and jazz, this is where it all started. Now you got Ancestral, you got two trees here.
Yeah.
You got the Freedom Tree. My family transitioned in the 1800s. The Baptist missionaries and the Lutherans are allowed to go on the plantation. Millions of Africans, my family went Baptist. I got more Baptist preachers in my family. The first Baptist church is in Savannah, Georgia, 1800s. So when Africans transitioned from voodoo to Christianity, that's when they start hearing stories about the Hebrews. Moses, the Hebrew, they cried out to God. Africans start praying. When your master hear that you are praying for to be free, everybody's calling to the barn. This guy here talking about he gonna get free. You will be whipped in an inch of your life to discourage you from praying. So the ancestors took pots. They would clean the kettles, turn them upside down on 4 bricks. Everybody took a turn, prayed in a pot. The master can't hear us. What you do in the dark, the Almighty gonna reward you in the light. As Africans converted from voodoo to Christianity, all of a sudden, John Brown, the rebel John Brown, you have Fort Sumter, you got full-blooded civil war. 400,000 Christian-based people, white people, left the north, came down south. They died in the Civil War. At the end, 4 million Africans are freed. 80-some years later, 1964-65, an American Baptist preacher named Martin Luther King, he obtained the civil rights and the voter rights. In America, every act of liberty, every act of freedom, it came after the transition from voodoo. I respect the ancestors, but my ancestors also transitioned. In Haiti, they stayed with voodoo. In America, majority of Africans, to the point that we have a song called Lift Every Voice and Sing to Earth and Heaven Ring. The stanzas say, let us not be drunk with the wine of the world, lest we forget our God and our motherland. So Africans transition, and we've been moving ever since. But you don't hear the song, and
as y'all can hear,
that song, you're gonna get into disrespect.
As you hear what this brother said, we transition from voodoo to everything else.
We transition from
that is our original belief. It's not good or evil. It's all in nature. You know what I'm saying? It's all based off your energy. It's an energy thing. If you have bad intentions, it might work in your favor, but sometimes it will come back to you. What goes around always comes around.
Yep. But my family we're Baptist. We believe that Jesus died and rose again. My ancestors are still in their graves. I don't know what spirits they deal with. The only spirit I deal with as a Christian is the Holy Spirit. And then, like I said, freedom, we came into slavery with voodoo. Voodoo didn't have the power to keep Africans out of slavery. But when Africans transitioned, the Christian Africans were able to get the voodoo people out of slavery also. So everything is Christianity. It says a white man religion. Nope. In Ethiopia, the oldest Bible in the world is the Ethiopian Bible, which is 3,000 years old. So Christianity been around. Moses' father Jethro was a disciple of Yahweh. So we've been into it, a long time.
Yeah, and I heard Moses' wife was an Ethiopian. I think she was a princess in Ethiopia, I believe.
Yeah, man, it was just royalty. We've been royalty all our life. They just told the story. When God created man from the dust of the earth, the oldest skeleton remain of a humanoid or human is 1938. Anthropologist Dr. Louis Leakey found an African in Ethiopia, the oldest human remains.
Yeah, so are the San people. The San people are the oldest.
The Sankoi are the oldest hunter-gatherers. But the oldest remains were found by Dr. Louis Leakey, 1938. His wife, Mary Leakey, two anthropologists, they found the oldest remains of a human, Ethiopia. 2004, they found African Eve. A chromosome of her is in every human on the earth. So the cradle of civilization is Africa.
Yes. Black people, I'm gonna say black people are over 7 million years old. You know what I'm saying? We are the first human beings. That's no denying it. There's no denying it. It's not on no racial thing. That's just proven true. If you find he's like you said, the scientists found the bones, so it's like it's true.
The oldest human remains found by any man, 1930. The white anthropologist Dr. Louis Leakey, his wife Mary Leakey. There's nobody that found nothing older than that. 2004, the African Eve, her chromosome is in every human on the earth. So Africa is the cradle of civilization. The only place you can go in the world to have all the animals is where? It's still Africa today. Yeah. All your minerals, gold, titanium, plutonium, gold, diamonds, right there.
Yeah, the first martial art was discovered in Africa too.
Yep.
And also the San people are Asian people are descendants of the San people.
Exactly. You look at the Khoisan. When you get a chance, Google Khoisan caves. You're gonna be able to go in the caves, and the rock cave. They have these hieroglyphs that like 6,000 years old. You're gonna see when they was with the beginning of 6,000 years. Then you're gonna see when the Dutch came. They got these hieroglyphs or these wagons with the people shooting guns. You saw them when they first came and did the hieroglyph. Then you see when the Dutch came, they made hieroglyphs when the Dutch came. Then they made hieroglyphs after the Dutch. The whole history of the Khoisans is in the caves, in hieroglyphs. It's crazy. They are the oldest. It's a Khoisans, a Khoi.
Yeah.
Just say the Khoi caves. They have famous caves.
See that brother dropping knowledge. And here,
Khoi. Khoisan, S-A-N, and they have some of the oldest hieroglyphs in caves.
Yeah,
Like
and just like
1,000 years old.
it's just like with me when I be traveling to Thailand and Cambodia, I discovered that that there's a black Thailand tribe out there.
You been doing all that traveling?
Yeah.
Go ahead on, man.
And I'm telling you right now, like if you go to because I spent a month in Cambodia, all the Cambodians are our color, and I even because when I was going through the temples.
Look at the car signs, and you got the face.
Yeah, yeah, but when I was going through the temples and stuff, and they even said that, they said we know we come from black people, because if you look at the San people have Asian features.
They have Asian features.
Same thing if you go to Australia, the indigenous people there are what? Dark-skinned people.
Well, to African Americans, do your museums, quit letting other people. Bollywood is India. India makes 600 movies a year. Nigeria surpassed Hollywood about 20 years ago. Nollywood makes the second most movies in the world. Hollywood makes 300 movies, that is number 3 in the world. You have 40 million Africans and Americans. Why you don't have Hollywood? Why do you still need people to tell your story, tell your narrative? Why you don't have Hollywood? Why do people still have to tell your stories? Until you have your own platforms to tell your own history, your own stories, your own media, you still being influenced with people don't think. Hollywood got a kick.
Brother, what's your name?
I'm Mandela the Storyteller.
Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you. You going on YouTube, man. So
okay.
What's your channel?
West Adams Travels.
Okay.
West
All
Adams
right.
Travels.
Yeah.
Awesome.
First time in New Orleans, man.
What?
Yeah.
You came in the right place.
You
That's
from
where
LA?
all you.
Yeah, I'm from LA.
Cool.
Yeah.
All your music.
And I'm from a very historic neighborhood too, called West Adams. West Adams.
Adams, I know that name.
Yeah, that's where
for Watts.
Yeah.
West Adams. And Watts in LA, California.
Yeah, it's LA, but West LA is basically the beginning.
West Adams.
Yeah, West Adams it was known as Sugar Hill of LA.
That's what Sugar Hill.
Yeah. But really, Sugar Hill is really Harlem, you know what I'm saying? But, in LA, we had Central Avenue, you know what I'm saying? But in West LA, West Adams area where I grew up at, I lived right around the corner from the house where Marvin Gaye was murdered, you know what I'm saying? My mother was there when it happened. She wasn't there, but she was one, the ones in the neighborhood. Because one thing about it, Marvin Gaye was a cool dude, from what I heard.
In the hood.
Yeah, he in his mansion. One thing about it's not really the hood. You can say it's middle class, but there's mansions there. If you look at West Adams and the history, you see all the mansions that are still there. A lot of people used to live there. A lot of people. I forgot her name. A lot of black musicians and everybody else and singers lived there. My mom literally.
California had the rep. That was. Whenever you wanted to trend, it was either New York or California. You kind of got where they got this gang, but California always was the place that you was looking for to advance yourself. It was the place that was on the trending, the cutting edge. It was the place that it was hope. Most of the people doing the migration, they went to California from the South. A lot of people left the South and migrated.
And that's another thing I was going to touch on too, because I was going to do that when I went to Louis Armstrong's statue. Back in the days, they didn't have internet or Google. You had to, in order to be a musician and be famous, you had to leave from places like the South in order to get noticed. You had to go out to the action.
And Louis had left here. Louis grew up here as a kid next door to City Hall. He had got in trouble shooting a 38 revolver on the 4th of July. They sent him to the boys' home. You can take a ride to Colors Waste Boys' Home. The building is the Nord building. The 91 bus will bring you to the same building where he was. Peter Davis is the music instructor that taught Louis how to play music. Louis had to learn every instrument. Louis learned every instrument. People don't know he chose the trumpet, but Louis Armstrong played every instrument. He decided he wanted to play the trumpet. Louis is under Peter Davis. Peter Davis teach Louis how to play music. Louis left that. He went over to, we had Storyville, 9 blocks of legalized prostitution. You got King Oliver. You have Louis Armstrong, King Oliver, all the brothels over there. They had the sporting life over there. That's where Louis had to learn how to be the best of the best, because you couldn't go over there unless you was the best. They would have cutting contests. You went over there with a horn, you're going to be challenged all day till you show that you could be over there. So the problem was, you got Lulu's White Mahogany Hall, this beautiful brothel Caribbean lady, she got silk line wallpapers, she got mahogany railings, Lulu's white mahogany hall. But the problem with the brothels was a mile away you got the World War One. They in training for the Navy. So the men who was in basic training for the Navy, they kept going AWOL in the brothels. The United States Navy shut down the 9 blocks. That's when Louis Armstrong went to Chicago after they had shut down Storyville. He went to Chicago. He wound up going to Hollywood. Then he became the ambassador. But straight down the street is Jane Alley. Straight down there by Medical Center and over by City Hall on Gravier, there's a plaque where Louis Armstrong was arrested as a 14-year-old kid shooting a .38 revolver. So, I mean, it's not but music here. Across the street, if you go across the street, there's a beige building, Fat Domino's, Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis. I mean, you literally walk in, and you go into Tremay. 5 blocks is the oldest Afro-American
So technically, you saying, so technically speaking, New Orleans was Hollywood before there was actual Hollywood.
Yep. You're right. This is where it all was.
Yeah.
You were under the French, under the Spanish. Then you had, like I say, Fat Domino's, Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis, all your music from Louis Armstrong, Jelly Roll Martin, King Oliver. Yeah, we were the macaroni back in the days. But if you here tomorrow and catch that Zulu, man, you're gonna like Zulu.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be here for I'm here to the 21st, so I'm gonna have a lot of stuff.
Zulu was the Black African American parade that started off humbly. They would follow Rex. Rex is big European conglomerate. Zulu would come behind them with grass skirts. They would have black paint on them with white eyes, and they had coconut. The ladies had the bras, but it was like a ragtag group. Today, Zulu is your premier parade, man. Zulu it's gonna be going on.
And if I'm not mistaken, Zulu started because back then was segregation. We wasn't allowed to be there.
And then for Mardi Gras, when you was in New Orleans, you couldn't go in the French Quarter. Under the bridge, go under the bridge. That's where Africans had carnival. Carnival time. We call it carnival time because you couldn't go in the French Quarter for Mardi Gras. So we had carnival time. When you go over there, even today, you're gonna see people get up there early in the morning, they put their grills out, and you walk down there, Zulu gonna pass through there. That's carnival time. That's where all the Africans would go at.
Right.
Yep, so it was segregated, but yeah, you good, man. You walk through the Tremay, the oldest black neighborhood in the United States. There's a church, St. Augustine Church, the oldest black Catholic church, the only church, 2 40-foot rows that allowed African slaves in the service with white people and free people of color. St. Augustine Church, and you'll see the Haitian influence of the neighborhood for 5 blocks. But yeah, I mean, it's all your culture here, man.
It's all the culture, and that's why I came here to film first. Black kids gotta come here first. Hey, to all my black people in the world, you gotta come here first. French Quarter is up the street, but you gotta come here first. This is where it all started. All black people need to come here. Come here first.
Yep.
Come here first, and that's what I did. You know what I'm saying?
Bambula, Kalinda, Congo, West African blues, American jazz, French Creole opera, Mahalia Jackson, your gospel, Mardi Gras Indian traditions. It's all you need.
Yeah. All right, bless you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
We're celebrating the 286th anniversary of Congo Square. African Americans are celebrating their 307th anniversary being in New Orleans. We were brought here the first 3,000 in 1719. Under King Louis XIV, King Louis XV, King Carlos of Spain takes over by 1750, and then Napoleon for 3 years and 47 presidents. African Americans in New Orleans are the oldest Afro-American people in the United States. We was here before they even created the United States.
All right, bro.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, man.
You know what I'm saying? You already know, Black Power all day, every day.
All right.
Yeah. Man, God bless that brother, man. If y'all ever come to Congo Square, make sure y'all talk to him. Like I said, he is the direct descendant of the black people that was brought here in slavery. He is the direct descendant, and he's here. He ain't going nowhere.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
You know what I'm saying? He's not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? This is where his family came from. This is where he's going to die. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he has children, but he's basically the author of Congo Square. That's what I'm calling him. I'm calling that brother the author of Congo Square. As you can see, you have one of the New Orleans Indians, Big Chief Tootie. He was the chief of chiefs. But yeah, this is incredible being here. I had to come here first, you know what I'm saying? It's Black History, you know what I'm saying? Month, you know what I'm saying? I had to come here first. Yes, you have the French Quarter and all them other stuff, but as a black man, you know what I'm saying, or a black period, you gotta come here first. You know, this is where music started. It started here. Music started. Oh. You never know, man. You never know. But like I said, you know what I'm saying, like New Orleans, I'm gonna give it a brief little history. New Orleans, well, Louisiana. Louisiana was named after King Louis the 13th, or if I'm correct. And it was a French country. It was a French country before it was bought by the United States. So a lot of these houses make you feel like you're in France or Paris due to its French influence. That's still here today. And here's the legend right here, Louis Armstrong. The godfather of blues. And that brother gave some good gems, some fruitful teachings on what happened with Louis Armstrong. He was arrested for shooting a .38 revolver on New Year's. So, in order to keep him out of trouble, he had to learn from scratch on how to play every instrument. He became the icon he is now. Things happen for a reason. This is Sidney Bechet. Sidney Bechet. Black people. All black people. Yes, all black people come to Congo Square and come to Louis Armstrong Park before you go anywhere else. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. But if y'all want to get the true history, go to that brother and walk around here and get the spiritual. Sorry, I was looking at something. Get the spiritual connection. Mahalia Jackson. The world's greatest black gospel singer. She sang in support of Dr. Martin Luther King and the Civil Rights Movement. How you doing, sir? Pretty nice over here. It's beautiful. You got the, I don't know if they're ducks, I don't know what kind of birds they are, but you got this whole little lake, got the nice bridge, got some ducks over here, they resting. I don't want to bother them. Got some swans over here. Oh. Yeah, so I'm here for a whole week, and this whole week I'm doing nothing but supporting nothing but black businesses, nothing but black restaurants. I'm putting nothing but black dollars into black businesses. Hey, peaceful animals. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna be going up for Mardi Gras, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna have a parade. They've been having a parade for the last week, but the major parade is gonna be tomorrow, which is the last day, which actually is Mardi Gras. So we're gonna be up bright and early tomorrow. There's other things I'm gonna be doing. We're gonna be visiting graveyards. We're gonna be going all up in the hood with the black restaurants, doing everything. And also, before I leave here, I will be going to see Soulja Slim grave. For those who don't know who Soulja Slim is, he was a known New Orleans rapper who was signed to No Limit Records, owned by New Orleans legend himself, Master P. He was known as the Tupac of New Orleans. And us growing up in LA, we grew up off of Cash Money and No Limit. So basically, you know what I'm saying? New Orleans was Hollywood before there was a Hollywood. Before there, brother playing the drums. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? All right, y'all. Y'all hold on real quick. We about to get ourselves some real Louisiana cuisine. We gotta go get ourselves some gumbo. All black people in America, y'all already know what I'm talking about. If you grew up with some parents from the South, you know what gumbo is. But but you ain't had gumbo like you had the Louisiana gumbo where it started. So y'all hold up. Saying, yeah, we had to stop and get some food real quick, and I got this right here. This right here is gumbo. Had to stop and get some gumbo real quick. And you know, gumbo is a very, very, very known cuisine in the South. It's, mainly in New Orleans because it started in New Orleans. Gumbo is a mixture of rice, shrimp, meat, and vegetables, and other things you can add to it. It's a very known Southern cuisine. And I'm here at a place called Daisy Mays. You know what I'm saying? Told you, I'm supporting all black businesses. You know what I'm saying? I only support all black businesses when I'm at. We're gonna try it out. I was waiting for that spoon, so it's good. You have a skill.
You need some silverware?
Yeah, I'm right.
And a spoon. They dropped the spoon.
Spoon. Alright, come on. I'm literally waiting for a spoon. People are here nice, so. But yeah, I had to stop here, you know what I'm saying? You have not had gumbo like you got from Louisiana.
There you go.
Try it out.
Nick, they wanted to tap. They want to do tap? Yeah.
Real good. I got me some cheese fries too. So yeah, you know, after this we could have head down on the French Quarter on Bourbon Street, walk up and down there and see how it's going. Tomorrow we're going to check out all the parades. It's a lot we can do. Like I said, this is a pilgrimage. But hey, if y'all want to come here and eat, come to Daisy Maze. I'll show y'all the sign once we start walking around. As y'all can see, I got my beads on. You know what I'm saying? I got my beads. Little baby at the end of it. You can find these in the king cakes in New Orleans. And we're gonna touch on that. I'm gonna give me a couple king cakes. I'm gonna tell you what the baby represents inside the king cake too. We're gonna get it in though. I'll be right back, you know what I'm saying? This is where we have here in New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? Gumbo. I'll be back with y'all in a minute. And it's already, we right here in downtown New Orleans, heading to Bourbon Street. And as you can see, everybody's pretty much out. The vibes is real down here. Summer, man. You know, I got my boy Nipsey on my own shirt. People got their beads and stuff on, man.
Born with the wrath of God that will be poured out upon all that have not received Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. Amen. My friends, you may ask, what does true repentance look like? Why do we repent? How do we repent? What happens, my friends, is that when we've broken over our sin, we realize, we understand our sin nature. We understand that we've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. We understand that our sin nature, our depravity, our desires to fulfill the fleshly desires of our hearts.
You know, everybody's pretty much out. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people wearing the Mardi Gras colors, purple, gold, and green. You know what I'm saying? The colors represent You know what I'm saying? The purple color represents royalty, the gold represents power, and the green I think maybe represents freedom. I have to do more research, but those are the main Mardi Gras colors. So you see a lot of people with shirts, outfits representing that, and the beads too. Because during the parade, people throw beads. Now you see we got the National Guard right here on Bourbon Street, because a lot of things have been happening here during Bourbon Street. So the National Guard has to come out. So now they patrol. You know. Hey sir, thank you for your service. Yeah, dude. Thank you for your service. Oh. Yeah, I opened my backpack. Hold on, yeah.
Open a large cup of all right, so have a good time.
Yeah, thank you for your service. You know, I got to thank them for their service. They're making sure nothing happens. There's a lot of things that happen down here. But yeah, we out here on Bourbon Street. Yeah, they got the National Guard patrolling the stadium now to make sure people are safe. Man, the vibe is real, man. I can't wait to come out here at nighttime. Hey, man, hey, man, no disrespect. No disrespect. You, sir, you look like my uncle Rodney. I was like, is my uncle out here? I'm like, hold up. I was like, oh, you look like twins, man. As you can see, all these buildings have like French built. You know what I'm saying? So it makes you feel like you're in France.
What?
I'll get back to them later. Make sure y'all get these beads. Shit. Try to get some more beads, y'all. Blood, man. It's blood. Nigga, it's blood, man. We got all the bars and stuff. They will check you for your ID. That's all.
Así me pareció que
Don't get me started. We got the patrol, now I'm all in a party. Loose like a goose, don't get me started.
It's traditional to throw beads down to people. I like that shirt. Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out.
You ain't finna get me, girl. Shit. It's a whole vibe down here, y'all. Let's try to get some bees over here. That dude told me to show his dick, bro. I'm not doing that. I said, show your, you don't know, show your. I'm not, nah, bro. It's gonna be turned up during nighttime, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be turned up during nighttime.
Everybody say, I take my whiskey tree.
We can sit in there nice and quiet.
I want to put it in a bag right now.
good vibe outside, yo.
Oh yeah.
Why do they have like a ride?
Man, I don't throw man. Got it. Hey, go ahead, you go take it. Nighttime is turned up. They wild out here, bro. They wild. They got signs saying they'll throw you beads to show your boobs and stuff, and show your butthole and all that. Man, that's crazy, man. It's crazy, B. Crazy. Got all kind of stores down here. Boogie. Thing about Mardi Gras that brings people together, that we love to dance, we love to party, we love to drink. That will bring the world together. Getting beans, man. We're gonna keep going until we hit the Frenchmen Street.
Let's give you another one. All right. Come on.
I'm glad I didn't get that shit on camera. I didn't see that shit.
That'll be a shit. Yo, Josh.
Alright, down here it got a little bit quieter as we come down the French Quarter. But it's pretty much the gay side of the French Quarter. I'm not gonna say what they was saying, but they was like, you know, I ain't gonna say the word because of YouTube, but they was like, you know, kept chanting, D. I guess he did. He got washed with number B's, man. What up, y'all? Thank you for your service. No, yeah. I ain't think you feeling good. I'm a best her. You see all these old houses. One thing about these houses, they was built by Haitian slaves, so it has a bit of a French look. You know what I'm saying? Well, it pretty much is, because like I said before, it was a French country, so you feel like you're in France or something. And people actually still live in these houses. Maybe that's why that the parade too much don't go on over here, because people might do noise complaints. But yeah, this is the whole Bourbon Street, which is a long street. I'm like, I am not. Oh, I'm sorry. Nice to meet you. So yeah, we're gonna keep the camera rolling, y'all. We're gonna come back over here when it's nighttime. But we finna head over to Frenchmen Street, which is famous too. A lot of local New Orleans rappers be down here too. Hey y'all, you know what I'm saying? I did get some meats though, being thrown, so shit. That's what made me kind of happy. But I sure in hell wasn't finna show my behind or my eggplant to gain more. That's a damn show.
Well, if you want to try to yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but this is like the quarter sign right here. It's called Jezebel. Yeah. The gates. Guy, this gentleman sitting on his porch. Hello, sir. Let's say the bon temps roulette. So they giving away free. Somebody giving away free glasses. Shit.
I can't quite tell what it is that they're bringing, so I don't know if I'm.
Hey, it's too much, eh?
So I think. So yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is pretty much, I would like to say, the gay part of the French Quarter, which is more quieter. But y'all hold on real quick, man. I'm gonna take y'all to Frenchmen Street. You know what I'm saying? You know, we over here on Frenchmen Street, which is another legendary part of New Orleans, where people, it's kind of calm, but it's still turned up. Right here is the famous Willie's Chicken Shack, another black-owned business, which I will be stopping by later on in the video, so I got things to show y'all. You know what I'm saying? But they turning up over here, yo. See like the black art.
I'm just gargling.
Video here, so $1 books. Sorry about that, y'all. Fixing my hat. Man, the vibes is real out here in New Orleans. Man.
What you guys want to do?
God damn, we got bad meat. But yeah, this is on Frenchmen Street. Washington Square Park. Going to cheers. The phone. Let's say the phone coming to you. Hey, little man. Warrior. You see, cars trying to get through, and people's partying in the streets. Like a mini parade over here. Oh, it's a crew. One thing about the parade, they all have crews. Redheads and rice. This is their crew right here.
Actually, I want to do one.
So, all right, y'all. Y'all hold on real quick. You know what I'm saying? We in New Orleans, y'all. We walking around, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you see it's a vibe everywhere. Got my beads and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, all these nice houses and stuff. You know, I have a feeling this is gonna be the best week. This is gonna be a great pilgrimage for your boy, but for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna going everywhere. We're gonna spend money on black businesses. We're gonna look at some historical sites. We're gonna do it in. Hello? Yeah, am I speaking? Shoot, I'm currently looking at a parade right now. I'll call you right back. It's kind of loud. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. I had a phone call, some important things, but you know what I'm saying? I don't edit nothing out. If I'm answering my phone, I'm answering my phone. Like I said, if I'm walking with my phone, y'all walking with me. You know what I'm saying? We're on a street called Esplanade. And Charters Street. Yeah, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Now, if y'all check this out real quick, I just noticed this. Solomon Northup. You don't know what that is? That's the man who made the book and called 12 Years a Slave, and it won an award for becoming a film. It says right here, located in the Faubourg Mardi, from the corner of Esplanade Ave and Chartres Street, extended to Coleridge, is the former site of Freeman's notorious slave pen, demolished after the Civil War, where Solomon Northup, a free man of color from New York, was sold into slavery in 1841. Northup's story is chronicled in the 1853 memoir, 12 Years a Slave, and in the award-winning movie by the same name. So this is the site where Solomon, a free man, was sold into slavery. Now, I did a little bit of history on that. He was a free man in New York, and what happened was some so-called friends who were white, you know what I'm saying, who were white, pretty much, I think they were out somewhere, he was out eating with them, he got basically drunk or drugged, and next thing you know, he became a slave for 12 years. And he wrote a book about it. So yeah, there is some pretty dark history here, but never blame the place, blame the people. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep walking here, keep the camera rolling. Hello. So as we walking, y'all can see up ahead, I believe it's the St. Louis Cathedral. It's one of the oldest cathedrals in New Orleans. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel like I'm in Paris or France with all these buildings built like them. I came to New Orleans one time for New Year, but I didn't get the experience. But since I'm here for a week, I'm about to get it all in, y'all. These gonna be the longest videos I do, and it's probably gonna be the last videos I make in the U.S. because, like I said in my last videos, I plan on moving to Cambodia. I said, why not? I'm here. Or not, keep it going. Let's see. As y'all see, it's the whole hookup, whole decoration for Mardi Gras.